one of the best strategies that I learned in my life when it comes to moving on from situations, right, is to work on myself. The more I worked on myself, the more I fell in love with myself, the more I built my self-esteem, the more I took my life to another level without the things in my life that I think that I needed, that I thought that I needed. And the more I showed myself that I can actually survive and then thrive without those things, I learned how to handle that. And also with rejection, I understand this. Rejection is hard. We don't like to be told no, but I look at rejection as a blessing because I look at rejection as protection. That sometimes it takes people to tell you no, even though you really want it, to protect you from something that you didn't need in your life. I always say God knows our plan. God knows our purpose and he has a plan for our life. So you got to trust it. So there's things that I really wanted in my life. There's people that I want to be around in my life, throughout my life that I got rejected from. And now I look back and I'm thanking God for it. I'm thanking God for it because God upgraded me with something better. If I would have had that opportunity, if I would have stayed in that opportunity, I would have been settled in my life. And so I want to tell everybody on here right now, is what are you connected to? And if you're connected to something that isn't giving you the right power, isn't giving you the right energy, then it's time for you to pull the plug. It's time for you to unplug from that person, from that position, from that perspective. It's time for you to unplug. Every time I'm feeling empty, depressed, stressed, anything in my life that's negative, that's the first question I ask myself is, what have I been plugged into? Anytime I'm feeling comparison taking over my life, I ask myself, what have I been plugged into? Some of us, be plugged into social media too much. I'm taking it here tonight. Because I don't want y'all to think this is just about relationships and stuff. Like, this is way deeper than that, man. This is a life lesson. Some of y'all, right, are plugged into social media too much. And I'm glad that you're here tonight. But some of y'all are plugged into social media too much, right? You looking at everybody else's life, watching what everybody else is doing, comparing your life, counting other people's blessings. And it's making you feel a certain type of way about your life. It's making you feel like you're missing something because you've seen everybody's highlight reel. And you plugged in consistently to your phone. And all it's doing is powering envy. It's powering jealousy. It's powering low self-esteem. It's powering all those negative emotions. Because you plugged into something that's taking your vision off your real life. And some of us, we're so addicted to this and looking down that we don't see the beauty around our life. We're looking at oh man. When I say I be feeling myself on these parts, man, because I be talking to myself too. Like, not just y'all, I be talking to myself too. I be needing to hear these messages too. Some of us, we're so plugged into looking down. So plugged into watching what everybody else is doing, evaluating everybody else. We're so plugged into that. And then we miss the beauty of life. We so plugged into watching everybody else's beauty. That we miss the beauty of our own lives. So tonight, I need you to take action with this. I need you to really sit down and evaluate your life and say, man, I got to pull the plug on certain things. And then after that, I want you to do this. I want you to say, okay, what are the things I need to be plugged into? So maybe being plugged into me, right? Y'all on here, you follow me. So maybe when you're plugged into me, plugged into my text messages, I'll tell you this too. We are at 80% of the goal, guys. We got to get to 100% just cause, and I'll be on here tomorrow. So send the stars. Thank you, Ricky, for the stars. Thank you, Jolene, for the stars. Thank you. So a few things that I'm doing for you. Matter of fact, when we get to 100K, I'm going to announce what I got for y'all. All right, something special. So we're going to get to 100K. So I'm going to talk till we get to there, then I'll announce something special that I'm doing for you guys this coming up week. But I really want you to sit down with that and say, man, what are two new things? Okay, two new things. Let's just think about one. Forget two. What's one new thing? One new thing. Christina said, I feel like I failed so much and disappointed all the good mistakes in my life. Hey, Christina, I'm going to tell you this, all right? I'm sorry I just happened to read your comment, but I got to pour into you right now and everybody else that feels like that. Just because you made some mistakes doesn't mean you are one. Don't look at me as perfect. Say, oh, Trent has it all together. The reason I talk so much about these things is because I made so many mistakes in my life. I failed so many times in my life. I just didn't allow those things to define me. And so when you realize those things can't make you, right? Those things can't break you, but also those things can make you, because you can use those things to create something better for your life. But if you have the mindset of, oh man, I made too many mistakes, I made too many failures. See, that's the narrative that this world wants us to believe, that you're no good because you made mistakes in your life. That makes you human, my friend. Go read the Bible. See how God used people. God didn't use perfect people. God used real people. People who had imperfections, people who make mistakes. That's not an excuse to keep making the same mistakes. But that's when you become relatable, because you have a story. You have a story because of the history that you went through. You have a testimony because of the test that you went through. You have a message because of the mess that you went through. So when you own that, when you say, you know what, I'm not going to allow that to refine my life. I'm not going to allow it to define my life. I'm going to allow it to refine my life. That's when your life will change. And that's when your life will start to grow and progress. But I don't want you to sit with a past that you can't do anything about. I don't want you to sit in a chapter of your life that's done. You hold the pen in your life right now. And you're a choice away from a new beginning. We said this earlier. You're a choice away from a new beginning today, and say, you know what? I'm going to write my new beginning today. And I'm going to use everything that I've been through to power my life. I'm going to use that terrible past, and I'm going to allow it to create a great future in my life. A great future in my life. So to anybody thinking that they too messed up, whatever to be used, you're tripping. Right? Stop believing that story that you're telling yourself. Stop believing that story that the world's trying to tell you. Because I'm telling you right now, there's no perfect human being walking on the face of this earth. There are a lot of flawed, imperfect people that are perfectly flawed. And they're taking ownership over their life, and they're using their life to impact other people. There's somebody who needs your story, man. Don't y'all realize that? My phone is at 10%, guys, so it's about to die any minute, okay? So I want to get to this 100K so I can tell y'all. If we don't get to it, I'm going to tell y'all here anyway. But I have something special that I'm doing this week for you guys, this coming up week, that I want all you guys that stayed on here to tap into and to actually do. But as we wrap this up, we spent a lot of time tonight. As we wrap this up, let me see. Man, thank you. I don't know how to come back from mistakes that I made. Do something now about it. Stop talking that mess. I'm not sorry. But we can't keep staying in this mindset of weakness. And this is not being insensitive, guys. It's something I have to tell myself. And y'all know what I've been through. But you can't stay there. Because if you stay there, nothing's going to change. You're going to keep being on here commenting the same stuff for the next 10 years, 20 years of your life. You can do something about it. The problem is we think we have this picture of how life is supposed to be, right? Because we probably comparing our life and everything else. We have this picture of life, how life is supposed to be. And we think that, oh, my life can never add up to that. I said at the beginning of this whole live, right? That material things, possessions are not what you truly live for. Because if I said I can give you everything in the world, but you would die tomorrow, you wouldn't take everything in the world. Because you realize that the greatest gift is life. If I told you I'll give you everything in the world and you couldn't see your family anymore, you would be like, nah, I don't need everything in the world, unless y'all really hate your family. But you'll be like, I don't need that. Because we put the value on the wrong things. Because we take the things that are really what life is really about for granted. So I want y'all to do this one thing for me as we wrap today up. This one thing. What I want you to do is I want you to plug in, make a commitment, y'all. Plug in to one thing that you know would bring positive energy to your life, right? Plug in to one thing that you know would bring positive energy to your life. I don't care if it's a live on me. I don't care if it's my text messaging group. I don't care if it's a book. I don't care if you say I'm going to go outside and do prayer and yoga, meditation. I don't care if you say I'm going to work out, I'm going to walk around the block. I don't care if you say, you know what, I'm going to listen to an audio book. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you say I'm going to eat healthy foods for my body. I don't care what it is. Make one decision, just one. I'm not asking you to make 10 changes, just one. I want you to find one plug that's a plug of power in your life. That's it. I want you to, man, I'm gonna stay on here. Let me get my charger. Hold on. Thank you. Third time that they got to talk to me about comparison for sure. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug this in right quick before I get off of here. Hold on. Don't leave. I got something for y'all. Don't leave. All right. Am I charging? Yep, I'm charging. All right, cool. Let me get comfortable for a minute. I got a feeling we're going to be here for a little bit longer. All right? So, first step, that's all I ask, man, is identify a source of pain in your life. Okay, I'm not telling you to just a simple one, right? Something simple. For me, I'll give you an example. A source of pain in my life right now is probably, because I unplug a lot, but I'm going to say a source of pain for me is grabbing my phone first thing when I wake up in the morning, right? And you might say, how's that a source of pain? Because, and pain's a strong word, but we're categorizing everything under pain. But that doesn't give me peace in the morning. When I grab my phone and I'm being a prisoner to the world and I'm reading my emails and all that, I know when I make that decision that my days don't go the way I want them to go. That I just made a choice that doesn't push me forward in my life. Simple choice that ends up being a domino effect. So for me, lately, I've been saying, you know what? I put my phone somewhere where I can't even see it, and I unplug from that, and I go plug in. And some of y'all notice, y'all come on my live meditations. I plug in to going outside and doing meditation and getting my workout in before I do anything else. I plug into that. And that simple shift, and this is what I'm talking about, man. Change is not some grand change like for most of us. It's simple things, man. It's simple things that might seem very complex. But that simple shift, that simple plug-in changes my whole day, changes my whole week, changes my whole life. My whole life. And I see people saying for things I can't control, listen, man, some of y'all might be upset with me when I say this, but I know it might be your truth right now, and I respect everybody's truth and perspective. But if we keep finding excuses to stay in situations, and this is what I'm talking about because I was in this position too. So I'm talking to you as a homie, right, as a brother. If we keep using excuses, or I'll just say reasons, right? I don't want to be rude. If we keep using reasons to keep us in situations, then just understand that your life will continue to be the way it is, and you're going to die that way. Period. Right? We can't keep having reasons, right? Saying, oh, I can't control this. I can't. Well, what can you control? What can you control? I ain't worried about things you can't control, right? Sometimes we can't control being around toxic people at our job. We can't control being around toxic people, all this other stuff. We can't control. What can you control though? And can you 100% confidently tell yourself, say, and with confidence and say, man, you know what? I am taking care of the things that are in my control. Right? This is life. We can't control everything. I can't control somebody coming on the comments and saying, Trent, you suck. Trent, I hate you. I can't control that. But I can't control showing up. I can't control doing things that build my self-esteem so much that I don't worry about those comments. They don't bother me. I can't control that because I'm plugged into the right stuff, right? I'm plugged into the things that give me high self-esteem, right? I'm plugged into the things that make me feel good about myself. I'm plugged into y'all, my community that lets me know the message that I bring are helping y'all. I'm plugged into that. So when that negative energy, right, tries to power my life, it's hit with the stiff arm, with the highs, and bang, get back. It's hit with the stiff arm. It can't enter because I'm plugged into the right stuff. And I'm talking with this much passion because I care about y'all, man. I can't just let y'all just say stuff on the comments and just be like, and feel sorry for yourself and self-pity. I can't let you live in self-pity because I know that it's not going to change your situation. And again, I'm very sensitive to what you may be going through. Very sensitive to that. But it's also my responsibility to help you get out of that and tell you the truth and be straight up with you. And be straight up with you. So if you can't, right, if you can't find the strength, all right, if you can't find the strength, find the courage, find the discipline, whatever word you want to use, to at least plug into something positive, right? And maybe this is it for you tonight. Maybe you saw me text, hey, I'm going live. And maybe you say, you know what, I'm going to plug into Trent's live tonight. I salute you. I'm proud of you. Maybe you say, you know what, tomorrow, I'm going to just drink water tomorrow with my food. I'm not going to get a soda. I'm going to just drink half of my body weight of water tomorrow. I salute you. I'm proud of you. I just want you to take a step, man. And I'm damn near about to get emotional because I think about the reason why I do this. I think about the reason why I do this. And I don't want anybody commit suicide. I don't want anybody giving up on their life because I know the generational curse, the generational path that it creates. And I want everybody on this live to be the person that creates generational growth, not creates that generational pain or continues it. But I'm proud of you, but I need you. I need you to take that step. I need you to find a reason to say no more. I need you to find a way. As hard as it may be, as hard as it may seem, some of us, we think our life is over because we old, right? Or we think, I can never break away. Like we think our life is over. And if you have that mindset, you're going to live like that. How do I know? Because that was me. That was me. I was giving myself a death sentence by every word that I said. Every time somebody tried to bring up something positive to plug into, I would give myself a death sentence. I would find the reasons why I couldn't plug into that, why I'm not good enough for that. And I would self-sabotage myself. So I feel you and I understand you. But the reason I'm pleading with you tonight and I'm staying on here is because I know you can make a choice to plug into something powerful. Plug into your progression. That's all I ask. I'm not asking you to do some magic thing, man, overnight or perform some miracle. But you know what the miracle is? The miracle is when you plug in. That's the miracle. Because just by that action, you activate the miracle. Like some of us, we looking for a hero. Maybe it's time for you to be the hero in your own story. I'm proud of you, man. I know I've said that like a million times, but I am. Because you could have gave up, you could have did whatever, but you're on this live tonight. And I know I'm going to get an inbox because it happens every time. Say, Trent, I was thinking about ending my life, but I clicked on this live for some reason and I heard some words. I saw people in the comments, not even you just, Trent. I saw people in the comments writing their story and it helped me. So if that's you tonight, I pray God removes any confusion, any pain in your life. And I pray God gives you the spirit of peace, man. The spirit of conviction to know that there's something more to your life. There's something more than the pain that you've experienced. There's something more than the heartache you've experienced. There's something more than the setback you experienced, something more than the emotion, the lack of emotions you've experienced. And I just pray that when you plug in that electricity of strength, of faith, of courage, of energy, takes over your life. I'm an introvert by nature. I'm probably the person that won't say many words if you meet me in public. People trip out. But you know when I plug into y'all, when I plug into the, man, every time I say, man, you know, something about to come real with this. But I say it because it touches my soul, man, when I say these things. This is real time. Real time. Thank you, Fran, for the stars. We almost at our goal, man. We 92%. When I plug in to my mission, when I plug into y'all, just the comments, the DMs on Instagram, the messages, see you in person in the streets. When I plug into y'all give me power. This conviction, this passion exudes. I can't even control it. I sometimes watch my lives. I'm like, dang, was that me? That introverted Trent goes away because I'm connected. I'm connected to an environment of people that bring out that passion inside of me. And so, yeah, man, I'm smiling from ear to ear because I know so many people pulled the plug on so many things tonight, and so many people plugged into something beautiful tonight. And I have something special starting next week that you guys can plug into. And I'm just going to read some stars. Thanks, Diane, for 100 stars. We're almost there, guys. So let's get there, and then I'll make this announcement. I'm going to be in the comments. I just want to be whole in who God called me to be fully. I feel you, Evan. I feel you. Like I said, just do that evaluation tonight. Do that evaluation tonight. Man, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. You're a great inspiration. And thank you guys for helping other people in the chat, because I can't see all these comments, obviously, but I see so many people helping other people. And that's what this is about, right? It's not just about me speaking. It's about you guys sharing your stories too. Thank you. I just got an apartment after living in a motel. Hold on. Dang, it's moving. Lavinas, I just got an apartment from after living in a motel for 2 years. In the last 2 years, where I water and electricity. Hey, Lavina, we're proud of you for not giving up, for not quitting. And God bless you for getting your apartment and, you know, just your progression. Like, you could have easily quit. I don't know if I could have handled that. So it just shows how strong you truly are. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, Claudette. I appreciate you. I know how hard it can be. I've been made to feel like this capture. I've been thinking of hurting myself because I feel like you have no one. Hey, you got people on here. Whoever just said that, you got people on here. And that's what the enemy wants you to think, that you got no one, that there's no way out, that there's no better days, that the storm is just going to keep coming, that I hear Trent talking about, but you know what? I've heard him say that before. I heard people say that before, and all I see is pain in my life. That's the mistake. That's the mindset that the enemy wants you to have. The enemy wants you to think that there's no way to change your situation, man. And so I just ask, do this. Go get inspired by somebody. Go read a story. Go on YouTube and go just be motivated by somebody. That's what I did with my situation. When I was in my deep depression, I went and found stories. I found stories of people that were in worse situations than me. And I'm like, well, first of all, why am I tripping? Like, these people were in this situation and they got out of it and they were still blessed. And so that inspired me so much. All right, so I encourage you to get around that, be around those environments, tap into the power source that's going to really power your life with the right things. We almost there. The countdown, we at 99. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are so crazy in a good way, man. Oh, we at 100. I almost gave up last night, still straight. That's why I've been quiet, so lost. Hannah, hey, Hannah, hit me up. All right, hit me up. I know exactly who you are. Hit me up. Thank you. It's your first video. Thank you for coming on live. Thank you. So a few things, y'all. We curse the spirit of depression out you, man. Amen. So a few things. Number one, If y'all want me to keep coming on live, I got to now because we reached our goal. If y'all want me to keep coming on live, let me know in the comments. Say, Trent, keep coming on live. Because I love connecting with y'all. Like, I really, really do. I wasn't going to come on here tonight because Tristan had gymnastics late. I was kind of tired. I still am tired, but I was like, I want to plug in. And literally when I plugged into y'all, my tiredness went away and I found some energy. So number one, let me know that. Number two, make sure you're part of my text community. A lot of you are. I send out texts, like a lot of motivation. 98% of it is just motivational, inspirational text to your phone. 2% of it is things that I'm making you aware of. So when I go live, I'm going to text you, or when I have something special coming, or merchandise, anything like that. That's very few in between. When I go live, I usually text you to let you know. So make sure on here that you turn your notifications on and all that stuff. All right. Since we reached our goal, this is what I'm going to do for y'all. Okay? You got to go to TrentShelton.com. Let me write this in the comments right quick. Hold on. I'm glad y'all stayed on with me tonight too, man. It was kind of late. All right. Let me see. All right. I pinned it at the bottom. So that's my website, TrentShelton.com. If you haven't been to my website, go. If you ever want to find like all my videos and just different topics, blogs, all of that stuff, it's on my website. My podcast, you can listen to it there. So everything me for free is on my website, especially like content-wise. Number two, I want everybody here to plug in. I'm going to do it starting Monday. That's why it's last minute. Since we reached the goal, I was going to wait, but we reached the goal, so I'm going to do it. Monday, I'm starting a self-care 5-day challenge, okay? Self-care 5-day challenge. All you have to do is go to TrentShelton.com and sign up for it. It's free, okay? It's free. Every single day, you're going to get a challenge about self-care. Simple challenge. But again, this is a great thing for you to plug into because I tell people all the time, man, if you can't be committed to the simple things that really take no effort or minimal effort, we can't expect changes to really happen in our life, right? If we can't be consistent on the small things, we can't expect to receive the big things in our life. So this 5-day challenge, you're going to get a video from me every single day, 5 days, TrentShelton.com. Go sign up for it, okay? I'm going to do something special at the end of the challenge for sure. And I'm going to do something, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do something special for a few people too, like super special for a few people. Probably FaceTime a few people, like the top 3 people that I see is really active and really doing it. Yeah, but regardless of any of that, go take this challenge. I made this for you. It's free. TrentShelton.com. Sign up for it. And I will say this too, because I'm not the person that's going to push you to sign up for something. Like if you don't want to do it, cool. I'm not that guy. It's like, sign up, sign up. I want you to, but also I don't want you to if you're not going to stay committed to it. Because the truth of the matter is, every time I do a challenge, I must be real with y'all. Every time I do a challenge, and this is not just my challenges, this is just statistically across the board. I would say maybe 30% of people actually finish it. And that's being very giving. So all I ask, if you take this challenge, finish it. It's not anything hard. It's promise you something you can plug into every single day. That's simple. It's a 5-day self-care challenge. Okay? But if you don't plan on doing it, and you just want to sign up just to sign up, don't sign up. Because it's pointless. I don't want emails to be going to you in your junk email. You don't even do it. All right? You're wasting your time and you're wasting my email sends. Okay? So only sign up if you're serious about plugging into something that's super simple. And again, I'm going to do something at the end of it for everybody, and then I'm going to pick a few people that do something really, really special for. I got a question as we wrap up here tonight, and I'm going to just, since we hit our biggest night yet on here, I'm going to ask y'all a question. I want feedback. Now I'm going to get off of here. How would y'all feel? I've been having this idea. And y'all know I love nature. If you follow me on Instagram, you really know I love nature. Every day I'm in nature. Nature heals. Like I just love nature. I love the vibes of it, everything about it. I love the healing components it has, all of that. the connection, like plug into nature too. That's a great plug-in. I promise you that. But I've been thinking of doing, once, I don't know what COVID's going to do, all this stuff going on. So I can't, it's kind of hard to predict the future right now. But I would love to travel to different cities like I used to do. Some of y'all know about that. But I would love to travel to different cities and do like some nature hiking, but also like an event, with y'all, just like a connection, like almost like we talking right now. Y'all talking back to me. I just can't see y'all. I know y'all see me, but we just sit around, we hike and we talk. Like how many of y'all would truly show up for it? How many of y'all would truly show up for it? You can do the challenge. Your work schedule, hey, all y'all saying the work schedule, y'all can do the challenge. I promise you. It'll take 2 minutes. You can do the challenge. So let me know what y'all think about that. Like how many of y'all would love to go on a hike with me or just connect out in nature with me? And we'll really show up, because some people just be talking. Like we'll really show up. I actually go to cities, and it's funny because I'll go to cities and I'll be like, hey, like come meet me out at this hike. And I have like 1,000 people like, I'm going to be there. It'd be like 10 people show up. So again, we got to start taking action in our life. So the third thing that I want to ask, kind of piggyback on this. How many of y'all would show up for a Protect Your Peace retreat with me? Maybe a 3-day retreat somewhere in the mountains and just disconnected and plugged in to just a lot of life-changing stuff. Let me know if that would be something y'all would like send hearts and thumb and hearts and all that stuff. If that would be cool. So those are some things that's really been on my heart to do. Also, y'all gonna see me do a lot more with sports. So, I'm a former NFL player. I love sports. I have a football team that I coach. But one of the things that I'm gonna start doing, I'm just sharing a lot of stuff with y'all since we reached our goal. I'm just sharing everything that I've been like, my wheels are turning. But I'm gonna be asking for y'all support on some stuff because I'm about to launch a AAU team. And some of y'all know what AAU is. Some of y'all, if you have youth sports, you know what that is. And so, because I want to connect with young men and hopefully young women too. We can definitely have a girls AAU team too. But definitely with young men starting off and be able to give them tools like this. Just imagine if you were 12, 11, and you were able to get tools, and understand like with life, tools that you can really use throughout life. And so I'm going to need y'all support on that. So that's something that I want y'all to hold me accountable to. I'm saying it. I want y'all to ask me about it. Ask me about the retreat. Ask me about rehabbing the wild, which is hikes with me. Ask me about all of those things, man, because, when my mom passed away, just seeing her like that day, literally, it woke something inside of me. Like, even though I didn't understand I was plugging into something greater by her passing, what I mean by that, like her passing, awakening something inside of me, a different passion. When I looked at her, man, I made a promise to her. And I realized, like, dang, this is like life. Like, one day we all got to be there. And it just made me, it awoke something inside of me that says, man, I want to give all my gifts to the world. Like, I don't want to sit on any gifts. I want to open up doors for people. I'll be helping people become speakers. That's coming soon. I'm just telling y'all everything I'm about to do. Right? People want to be speakers. I'm helping people do that. I already help people, but I'm going to open that up, and help people be better communicators, all that stuff. But I made a promise to her and a promise, more importantly, to myself, to be honest, that I want to get the most out of my life and I don't want to leave any stone unturned. So everything I feel convicted to do, I'm going to do it because I refuse to get to my final days of life with regret. And so many people get there and you look back on life. Here I go into another message. But you look back in life and you realize, like, dang, I didn't do it because I was plugged in to people's opinions. I didn't do it because I was plugged in to people's criticism. I didn't do it because I was plugged into comparison. And you never started. And you realize you get to 80 years old, you look back in your life and you're like, dang, I wish I would have did that. Like even now, at 36, I look back and I say, man, I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have did more of that. And so I made a promise to myself that I don't want to live with the I wish syndrome. I wish I would have syndrome. And I want to actually go do the things that I want to do. And I just hope that inspires you, because like I'll be starting at ground zero with a lot of this stuff, like straight out the mud, just like with rehab time. And so I hope that inspires you and you have a conviction in your soul to do something with your life. But what we do a lot of times, we talk ourselves out of it, right? We let, oh, we not qualified enough, or I'll never be that person, or, you know, somebody done told you that you ain't gonna be nothing in your life. And so you believe it and you live by that and you believe the lies, and you just kind of put off that conviction in your soul to actually go share your story, or actually go, you know, help somebody, actually go do something. You know, you put it off and you live your whole life not fulfilled because you literally didn't do the things that fulfill you. And I'm just trying to understand. I'm thinking about that right now. And I'm just trying to understand that. Like, why do we do, and this is a question I want to ask y'all. I want y'all to comment below. Like, why do we use our energy to do things or stay in things that are a lot harder, but are less fulfilling, than to take that same energy and use it towards something that we know will better our life? Like, answer that for me, because I'm baffled by that. I think about that even with my own life. Like, even from the standpoint of like, we know, so like tomorrow, right? If you wake up early, you brush your teeth, you pray, you meditate, you go stretch, you go walk, you go work out, you go drink some water, you know, maybe you fast in the morning, or you get some good juice in your body, some celery, right? Take your apple cider vinegar, do all the right things. And you know, if you do make up your bed, you know what I'm saying? Tell yourself, I am. Look in the mirror and be like, man, you a beautiful person, right? Tell yourself, look in the mirror, you're an awesome person. And we know those things will help us have a better day, right? But yet we don't do it. And we choose to do things that make our days more stressful, more harder. And it's kind of like this. It's kind of like we do what's easier that leads to what's harder, instead of doing what's harder that leads to what's easier. It's kind of like we would rather do the things that make us comfortable, even though it leads to a more uncomfortable life, than to do things that maybe feel uncomfortable that will lead to a more comfortable life. And I don't know if that makes sense, but that always baffles me. Even with me, I'm always be like, man, like, why can't I just have the discipline to do the things that I know will help me, right? Even eating certain foods, right? And I'm not sitting here trying to be Mr. Health Man, but we will eat certain foods that will lead to us feeling bloated, us having bad stomachs, you know, us, you know, things that mess up our digestive system, that take away our energy. Like, we'll put all these things in our body, and that can eventually lead to sickness, or being overweight, or being underweight. And we will lead to these things that we'll do these things that we know don't help us. But it's easy, it's convenient. And so I think about that a lot. And one thing that's helped me make better decisions, I learned this from Jesse Itzler, by the way. I don't want to take credit for this. I was watching him speak, and he said, remember tomorrow. That's one thing I've been telling myself. Remember tomorrow. Because tomorrow's going to come. And you're either going to look back and say, man, I'm glad I made the right decision. You're going to be like, I made the wrong decisions. And another thing that helps me, that I use a lot and I've been using, I just ask myself this simple question. Is this going to help my life?